Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible, a Woodhouse production with your hosts, Mirthsome Mark, Batty Bob, and Welcoming Wade. This week, the jousters of jocularity joyously jabber and jaw about the most amusing of all anecdotes. Yes, it's time for the funniest joke in the world. Please prepare for tears and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to Distractible. We're back. It's Monday, which means it's Distractible Day. I am your host. My name is Bob. I straight up just almost forgot my name. That pause was not for effect. I said my name is, and my mind was like, oh God, where do we keep that? If that's not just the perfect encapsulation of what we do here, I don't know what is.
Me.
But
I'm perfect.
Yeah. I'll get to you in a second. If you've never listened to an episode of this before, this is a podcast where we tell stories or make up stuff or lie, and the whole purpose is to impress me. But I'm not always the judge. I'm the judge today because I won the last episode, which means that my co-hosts, Mark and Wade, will be competing against each other.
One of those is me.
I'm the other one.
Yeah, well, you'll never know. You did it in the wrong order. Anyway, we traditionally do some kind of small talk at the beginning. So, Wade, how you doing?
Oh, that's me. And I'm well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, Harrison. I'm good. Actually, I do have a thing that happened that made me.
Good. Oh.
Well, I was gonna give you an opportunity, Mark, but I would just say I do actually have like a personal thing that happened this week that made me feel a way about myself. But Mark, how are you?
No. This I was just gonna say. Good. This sounds more important. You should.
Yeah.
You should talk about this. Don't pay attention to me.
Oh, it's not important. Don't worry about it.
Okay, but it made you feel a way about yourself. That sounds.
So yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell the story. I did a manly thing this past week. I ripped cabinets off the wall with my own two hands and a sledgehammer and a saw and some other stuff.
Were you that upset about something, or was it intentional?
Well, so it's our garage in this house we're living in. Our garage had these cabinets that were like just old and crusty and gross, and they stank up the whole garage. They smelled like cat pee and chemicals. The guy who lived here before was like a welder or something. He actually worked in the garage. They're just crusty and crunchy and nasty. And so I ripped them out and then had some people come and pick them up and take them away. But like the act of smashing with a sledgehammer and the ripping and things coming off the wall, it made me feel very, I don't know, manly in a way that I don't get a lot. The job involves a lot of sitting, talking. It was just interesting. While I was doing it, I got that last moment where the last pull, and I pulled the cabinet, came off the wall, and I was like, yeah, nice. And then I had that moment of like, oh, my arm hurts. Oh God, I hurt my arm. And I ran inside and I was like, Manny, my arm hurts. And then I questioned how manly I really was in that moment. But do you guys do manly stuff? Do you feel that masculine, I don't know, destructive stuff ever? It's a weird thing for me.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes I don't have many opportunities to destroy things. Not in my house, anyway.
I go up and down the stairs a couple times a day.
Hey, that's pretty good. Do you injure yourself ever, or pretty good at the stairs?
I trip going up the stairs about once every 6 months.
I got unreasonably mad at Survivor. Because I don't watch Survivor, but Amy watches Survivor, so when it's on, sometimes I'll watch and I'll participate in the season. I haven't seen too many, but I think I've seen like 2 seasons now. And this latest one, like everything's fine and it's good, and if people are backstabbing people, like whatever, that's fine. It's competition. It's not my cup of tea usually, but it can be entertaining. But if someone makes a stupid decision on that show, I'm so mad. Like I can't believe it. Like they're talking to each other and they're like, you should do this action because XYZ, and it's perfectly understandable why that should happen. And yet the other person's like, I don't think that's right. And I'm like, you don't think at all. If you think that's the right move that you're gonna make, like why would you do that? Because that clearly is gonna spell your doom, because the other team that you're leaving your team for them don't give a shit about you because they're just using you to get that vote. It always goes that way and no one ever gets any results out of it. It's just like, I get really mad, and I guess that's kind of like just testosterone rushing, but also they're just so dumb. I don't know if that's a manly thing. It's just like they're so dumb. I don't know if it's because they're starving, but they're not starving because they see the same people getting all the rewards and eating at Outback Steakhouse or whatever. It's like, because there's always these weird sponsors that are ham-fisted onto this island. Like, look at the Sears catalog. And I'm like, why? Like, anyway, doesn't matter.
The masculine urge to judge and yell at idiots on reality TV shows.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. It's fine.
I buy it.
I'm fine. I'm good.
I'll allow it.
I'm good.
I yell at people on reality TV as well, so.
Yeah.
I just watch football. That's about close to reality as I get.
I mean, that is
It's-
reality.
That is real. You are real, Wade. I want to stress that for you.
I thought it was fake, like wrestling. Is it real?
I'm pretty sure it's real. There are some times when I'm not so sure, but in general, I think it's real.
Oh, heck yeah. I like real things
All right.
because I'm a real person.
Well, now that we've decided that we're all real, I'm going to pause this for a second and close my window because apparently my window's open. My neighbor is banging shit together.
Like actual shit, like turds.
He's gone. It's our podcast now. We can take over. We can take over.
I don't know
stuff.
if it's actually. I could hear you.
Oh.
I could hear you. I just chose not to respond.
Okay.
It sounded like metal.
You got up. You can't hear when you get up. That's against the rules.
Hey, I can hear and walk at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty talented. Oh my
Whoa,
god,
what
did you
the-
hear that fart?
Yeah,
That was
That's
a
the loudest
fart.
fart I've done in a long time. Holy crap.
I thought that was a wooden chair scraping across a wooden floor.
No, I'm a little gassy today, and that just came out of nowhere and got me. Anyway, I am the judge and the host, and I have a topic. Are you ready for my presentation? Are you ready to begin scrambling for the scraps of love I'm prepared to dole out for you today?
Sure.
I don't know, but it sounds cool. So
I'm
yeah, go
starved
for it.
for affection.
Okay, Webster's dictionary defines comedy.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on.
This is what we're gonna start with a high school essay here.
No, I'm into this.
That was the motif.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
Webster's dictionary defines comedy in many ways: a medieval narrative that ends happily, a literary work written in a comic style or treating a comic theme, a drama of light and amusing character, typically with a happy ending. Last and literally seventh on the list of definitions of comedy is humorous entertainment. I think that's the one that we maybe fall most under if we're talking about what we do here. But someone much smarter, more educated than I thought about this in a much more scientific way. And I found this fascinating because my idea for this was I want you to find me the world's funniest joke. It's my official prompt. But it turns out that's already been done.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to work together on as to what the goal for you is. But I want to tell you the story of Laugh Lab and Richard Wiseman. In 2001, the British Science Association teamed up with Richard Wiseman to carry out a scientific research endeavor called Laugh Lab, whose mission was to find the world's funniest joke. Generally, how this was approached was they created a website and they invited anyone who saw their posts, messages, whatever, to go to their website and to post what they thought was the funniest joke they knew or had heard. And they got thousands and thousands of jokes. And then they had people vote on them on a scale of 1 to 5, like 1 being not funny at all, 5 being the funniest, and basically created a ranking of jokes. And they gathered kind of a big list. It was scientific research, right? So there's like a report you can read that summarizes the top jokes based on region, UK, USA, Canada, so on. There are different regions in England broken down because it was conducted in England, so they're selfish. But like they did this whole thing, tons and tons of jokes. One of the funniest things is that somehow weasels became a dominant theme in their jokes.
Okay.
Weasels?
At some point, a columnist from the US, Dave Barry, columnist, found this. He's like a comedic writer. Found this and was like, everybody start submitting jokes about weasels. Just any joke with weasels. In under a week, they received over 1,500 jokes, most of which the punchline was, "There's a weasel chomping on my privates." Those were not the funniest jokes.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like,
man.
Oh, another thing they did that was really cool. One of the earliest jokes they got that was really successful was there were 2 cows in a field. One said, moo. The other said, hey, I was going to say that. And they saw this and they were like, you know what? This is an interesting chance to run an experiment. Let's take this joke and modify it. They submitted it in a bunch of different forms. 2 tigers, one says grr, 2 birds, one says cheap, so on and so on and so on. Guess which animal is the funniest animal in the context of this joke?
in this joke or in general?
Chickens?
Chicken's not a bad guess.
Cockerel?
What is that?
Cockerel. A rooster.
Is that what those are called?
Yeah.
Cockerel?
Cockerel. A cock.
A croc.
Oh, okay, well, bird is the right track. They discovered that far and away the funniest animals for this joke are ducks.
Oh.
Ducks are funny. And do you know why?
They sound funny.
They rhyme with fuck?
Huge penis.
Corkscrew.
Labyrinthian vagina.
Corkscrew penis.
Corkscrew penis, labyrinthian vagina.
Corkscrew penis and the hard K sound. Quack, duck. Historically, comedians have, I didn't know this, but apparently historically comedians have felt that hard Ks, are also known as comedy Ks, are a funny thing. Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons specifically named and motifed around the idea that hard K sounds are funny. There's an entire episode where he loses the ability to say that sound, the K sound. It apparently comes from this. I didn't know that. Comedy Ks. Fascinating.
Huh.
Anyway, the funniest joke. Are you ready to hear the funniest joke based on scientific research in the world?
I don't know if I am, but I'll listen to it.
I don't think I want to hear it, but yeah, I guess everybody's gonna be.
Get ready to pee your pants with laughter and throw up because you couldn't breathe because you were laughing too hard and you ate too much soup for lunch. Here it is. Two hunters are out in the woods and one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing. He's kind of glazed over. He's laying on the ground. The other guy freaks out, whips out his phone and calls 911. And he's like, my friend is dead. My friend collapsed. He's not breathing. I don't know. What can I do? What do I do? And the operator's like, calm down. I can help. First, we have to make sure if he's dead or alive. The guy on the other end of the phone doesn't say anything. You can hear some rustling. It's a little silence. And then a loud gunshot rings out. And the guy picks the phone back up and says, okay, he's definitely dead. Now what?
I get it. Yeah.
Funniest joke. You're not laughing. I don't think you're laughing. I don't think maybe you didn't understand it.
Say it again.
This is the funniest joke in the world, guys,
Okay.
that has ever been thought of.
I didn't hear many K sounds though.
If it was like, boom.
It's like 9 Ks in there.
So it's like a crack of a gunshot.
All right, maybe I didn't tell it right.
Yeah, say it more Ks.
Two hunters are in the woods when one of them collapses.
It works. It does.
God damn it.
Oh, I hear the story about the two cunters. Like, I would love it.
No, hold on.
All right, so listen, this has all been a bit of a setup. I don't think the joke's that funny.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. Is that really the funniest joke?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny.
I feel like what that represents is gotta be like the least objectionable joke. Like that one was a solid like 3.8 out of 5, and everyone else was either like 5s or 1s on everything. And that one, everyone was like, pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I think the problem's in the setup. And anytime you say a joke is the funniest joke, we're all predisposed to be like, no, it's not. No matter what you say, we're predisposed to be like, no, it's not the funniest joke.
Yeah.
So I think no matter what we answer here, if the setup is always, this is the funniest joke, people are going to just be biased against believing it because they're like, no, there's something funnier.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the problem with the ranking system is that it's an aggregate of all the votes, right? So wouldn't it just make the most like averagely appealing to everybody that they were kind of like, this may not be the funniest, but just like it wasn't ranked least funny by the most people. You know what I mean? Because jokes are different for every person. Like some people may laugh. I've laughed hysterically at the stupidest shit all the time, and then like a really well written, intelligent joke, you know, I don't laugh at it, and so in the moment, I wouldn't think it was very funny.
Well, I agree with you. I was disappointed. I thought of this idea, and I was like, well, if I can Google and just find like a joke that's so funny I can't stand it, maybe this would be a bad podcast. But I found that, and I have to say, the guy who did this research, Richard Wiseman, published a book where he talks about the study, and he also lists 1,000 of the top jokes from their thing. Joke number 46, I think, is funnier than the one that they have ranked number 1.
Okay.
The 46th funniest joke in the world is, how do you catch a polar bear? You
Melt Antarctica.
You don't have to guess. I was leaving you an opportunity, but you don't have to participate if you don't want to.
Thank God.
You cut a hole in the ice, you put peas all around the edge, and when the polar bear stops for a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. Right? That's pretty funny. That's funnier than Hunter shoots Hunter to... Anyway.
Say it with more Ks.
How do you catch a polar bear? God, that's hard. You cut a hole in the ice. Key catch. I don't like that. I don't like that one at all.
Yeah, no, that was way better.
It certainly made you laugh more, but I feel like maybe you just have a thing for comedy Ks. And you didn't know about
I think
that.
I'm just like predetermined to comedy Ks, man. They just work for me. We should go through. You should tell the same joke with every letter in the alphabet, and we will determine which one is the funniest letter. You know what I mean? We're just basing this off an assumption. Where's the research?
Bow boo boo betch ba bowler bear. Boo bought a bowl in the base. But you put bees bob around my bench. Bam bam the bowler bear bumped along with the bee. My bipole. Bee is pretty funny. I don't know. I like
The
bee.
B's pretty good just because that's how Amy talks a lot. Is just like replacing random letters with B. And I'm really like exposing this, but like that's just what she does. She's like I can't even get an example, but and I won't. I refuse.
What? Like you walk into the room from your office and she's like, "Hey, Bark, we want to have dinner." That's Amy. That's how Amy talks.
Yeah. That's
God,
through and
the
through.
title of this episode: Amy Exposed.
Oh,
There's
man.
something wrong with Pavika.
Well, yeah, Bika is her name. That literally.
That's true. That is
Yeah,
Bika,
because she constantly calls her Bika. It's like, it's not her name. To the point where like she'll respond to Bika more than anything. And then Ethan got a new dog and her name is B, and that really throws Chica off.
Oh,
And I have to
no.
grab her by her head and be like, your name is Chica! It's got a comedy K! She just doesn't. She doesn't. Anyway.
I don't have a list in front of me, but I think I do know the funniest joke.
Yeah, what I want from you guys, just to reiterate, I want you guys to beat the funniest joke. I think we could set a world record here. New funniest joke in the world. This research is from like 2002 or something. It's old. We've gotten funnier.
Okay.
I think you can do better.
Okay.
So find me and or make up a new world's funniest joke.
All right.
I'm here to be impressed.
Well, it's easy. It's been right in front of you the whole time, Bob. The funniest joke is, it's been me the whole time.
I don't know. I feel like that was a little overdone.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Winner. I don't care if I win the episode. I won the joke. I got what I wanted.
All right. Okay, so we have to conjure it up ourselves, or we have to find it?
You can find it. You can tell me a story. It doesn't have to be. So that was the other thing about this prompt that they did. The jokes are all pretty short. Like the longest one is maybe a few sentences, maybe 5 or 6 sentences at the most. You can find, if you find a story that's funny, you can find a one-liner, anything you want. You can make up a joke. You think you're that funny, go for it. I just think we can do better. I think there's no way that Hunter joke is the funniest joke in the world. I was very disappointed. This episode of Distractible is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know what bothers me? You know what really grinds my gears? Pens. And you know where pens are the worst? Is at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
It's when they're not yours. When other people are using them, touching them. You know who can help you never have to use a pen again? BetterHelp. On top of their professional and secure counseling, BetterHelp can help you get away from the menace to society that is pens. BetterHelp can assess your needs, match you with a licensed professional therapist. BetterHelp is available worldwide, so I know all of you out there who face this, the word I forgot.
Spell it.
Grievance? Bad. Angry.
B-A-D.
What is it? It's on society. It's a thing on society. What is it?
E.
I'm really not getting there.
K? Kirsch? Starts with an R.
What is happening?
Rearing.
I don't know what's the ad and what's Bob actually falling apart anymore.
Listen, this issue of yours can be aided through BetterHelp. They can get you a counselor and a therapist to help you find out what these deep-seated issues are.
If that first counselor can't help me with the pen situation, I can get another one. They make it that easy. Change counselors, no problems.
No waiting rooms. You can schedule weekly or video phone sessions so you can work around your hours.
And they have given us a special offer just for Distractible listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/distractible. That's 10% off at betterhelp.com/distractible.
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by Blue Nile. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating your love this Valentine's Day, find jewelry as unique as her with the modern convenience of online shopping at BlueNile.com.
Look. Shh. Go on. Continue.
Blue Nile has items for weddings, engagement rings, so on and so forth, wedding bands, to cocktail rings, gemstone necklaces. You don't just have to shop for Valentine's Day. You can shop for year-round occasions. And my special someone likes getting jewelry and has gotten jewelry and will continue to get jewelry.
Oh, no, go on. I didn't need to interrupt you. I just made it sound for no reason.
Blue Nile's bench jewels
By the way-
build her. Yeah.
You're doing a great job. Continue.
Thank you. If you're having trouble choosing, they have jewelry experts on hand 24/7, available via phone or chat to help you find a memorable gift at every budget.
No, you can't park here. It's a yellow curb. Sorry. Sorry, go on.
All right. Don't be like these two and have nothing interesting to say about jewelry or not know how to purchase jewelry because it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, shit. Go on. Sorry, I dropped something.
Look, guys, I don't know what's going on over there, but celebrate your love with jewelry from BlueNile.com. Shop now and take advantage of the Valentine's Day sale with select jewelry up to 50% off. And as always, every Blue Nile order is insured, ships free, and arrives in discreet packaging that won't give away what's inside. Shop stress-free.
Oh, sorry,
and
didn't
find
know
your
that was
forever
on.
peace. Go to BlueNile.com today.
Go on.
I went searching for the truth.
I turned around and there was BlueNile.com ready to help me with my jewelry needs.
Okay, so my first instinct was maybe the funniest joke in the world couldn't be written by a human mind. So I looked up an AI joke generator. And to preface this joke generator has been trained by the top of the top quality content. Because you know, when you have a quote unquote AI, you have to train it with data. And it's taken 7 years of Conan O'Brien monologue jokes.
Oh, shit.
10,000 in total, 1.6 million characters.
Wow.
It's a 2-layer LSTM with 512 hidden nodes. I don't know what that means. You have to put in a prompt, right? The initial text. So I put, your mom is so fat, because that's a tried and true
A classic.
joke, a classic. And it came up with, your mom is so fat, it was reported today that Hillary Clinton has been chosen to go to the Chinese food cancer. It's called the pasta that show.
What?
I can't. You could just randomly sample from a bunch of monologues to get that shit.
Yeah, it just mashed together. There's another one here. Your mom is so fat, a new study claims that President Obama said she will be back to make a little sex for what he can go to his butt. In other words, the woman is still no longer sold to a fashion brother.
What is happening?
I don't know, man.
Reading these right.
God, I can't believe someone's spent
She will be back to make a little sex to go to his
for what
butt?
he can go to his butt. How can someone who spent hundreds of hours training this AI go to anyone else and be like, guys, I've done it.
Is it supposed to be a sentence?
Yeah,
Or is it supposed can you do a word?
Oh yeah, wait. The initial text is literally just at the beginning. I don't think it takes anything from the initial text. I could do another let's say 2 men walked into a bar. A classic. Generating jokes. It's thinking about it. It's computing. It's really thinking about it. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Is this the Brendan Sudol joke generator? Sorry, just to find it.
No, it's AI joke generation demo. And this joke, it just came up with 2 men walked into a bar. A new study shows that sex toy has been asked to be one of the president of the United States. The study was conducted by the internet to visit the Republican Senator President Obama, who said, I was the upcoming porn star that has a husband of everybody. Of course, he was reported in those photos.
There's something it's like a mix of so many things that trigger things in your mind that it's like a distortion field or something. As you're reading it, my mind is actively what? Oh god, it's trying to piece it together. It's so fucking disorienting.
Oh man.
Oh god.
It also actually wait, come back to me later. All
right. Well, definitely points for your first thing, Mark. The discussion about my intro. Wait, point for it was me the whole time. I'll give you that one.
Oh yeah.
But then good definite points for that, Mark.
Okay,
Good points.
cool.
Solid points.
Thank you.
So what do you got, Wade? You got some comedy?
Oh god, no! I can't top what we just heard.
What?
I don't got it. I don't got it.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I feel like we've reached the epitome of jokes.
You're laying down, handing me the win.
I mean, just Google something and read a joke. Come on, don't give up. Come on now.
All right, come back to me later too.
But
okay, all right. Well, I guess it's coming back to me. So what this reminds me of is we did a video on Unisonus called an AI predicts our death, and it's kind of a similar thing. But what we used was something called Talk to Transformer, and it generates either articles or just finishes your thoughts, and just like continues going. I don't know the exact thing because it's new now. It's called Inferkit, but I typed in your mom is so fat, and what it came up with was your mom is so fat, reply, parent, thread, expand, link. My mother told me the same thing, but I tried to ignore her nagging and she got mad. Maybe my dad made a comment, but my mom really drove it home.
Jeez.
And I don't
Oh my God.
know what's going on the other side of this AI, but I think it's having a bad time.
Yikes.
Yeah. It feels like the logs from GTFO. Have you ever read the logs? You go into those?
No, I have not. Not much.
There are logs in all the terminals. Like everyone has their own log. If you actually read it for the lore, but it's always just like error reporting the server, like temperature down. And then there's a note that's like, I can't believe we've done this. Everything is going wrong. The darkness is consuming us. I feel moving in my stomach, like shit like that. And this is kind of like what this sounds like. So this used to be funnier. I don't know. Give me a minute to work with this. I gotta look at the documentation.
Dude, AI joke generation has it.
Yeah, it does.
So that one I asked you about, BrendanSudol.com, is supposed to be an experimental AI. Oh, this is like the same one you had, I think, actually. It says it's based on Conan O'Brien monologue jokes.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the one I'm on, yeah.
I put in the prompt, a Florida man was found drinking. And it came up with 3 joke ideas. A Florida man was found drinking problems. Florida man was found drinking a special contact in the Mitt Romney. Or a Florida man was found drinking at the Olympics. Those are just real. That's just real life.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what I did was, what was the prompt for the first joke of the funniest joke in the world? Because one way to determine whether or not that was actually the funniest joke in the world is if it can be improved, right?
Okay, so the prompt is kind of 2 sentences. Oh no, it's 1 sentence. 2 hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses.
Okay, 2 hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna see what it gets. 2 hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing, and his eyes are glazed. They call the park service, and the park ranger starts CPR. They are about ready to cut him open when the guy starts breathing again. They call an ambulance, and the guy is fine. When he gets to the hospital, the doctor asks him why he was out in the woods alone. Did you know you could die of hypothermia out here? The guy says, and then it stopped.
What the fuck?
I feel like the punchline was right there. Let me give it. The guy says no, he didn't know. The doctor looks him over and says you were dead for at least 4 hours. And the guy says no, I was conscious. I was talking to myself, asking myself what's going on. Why can't I breathe, etc. The doctor says that's the worst kind. You just became aware of what was happening to you. Your brain says it's not real, so your body doesn't do anything about it. He says if you had been conscious, you would have tried to call for help, yelled, knocked on someone's window, anything. The guy asks, do you really think it was my mind that did that? Do you really think it was me trying to die? The doctor says, I don't know, and you can't know. You might be a skeptic. I know I am. But please, give me a little credit and try to find some answer for this.
Oh my God.
God,
whoa. Jeez.
I don't know if that's funnier, but it's definitely more interesting. I want to know more about this because the doctor said he was alone, but he was with another hunter. Like, what is this? This is captivating.
He was hallucinating.
Yeah.
Or he was abandoned by his friend.
He could have been. Yeah, he could have been. Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
Weird. But what was the other one about the polar bear? Hang on, I'll get that going while you, you go away.
Yeah, the polar bear. How do you catch a polar bear?
Catch a polar bear.
So I was looking into why we find jokes funny to begin with. If we're going to craft the best joke, we have to understand the why of it, right?
Fair.
So this study found a few different theories. They come up with a few different theories and have looked into like different things. Like Plato and Aristotle suggested the dumb moose theory, where basically we find things funny when we are the superior being. So we watch someone stupid do something dumb. There's the nobody died, where you build up a lot of tension and then like you see something happen, but knowing that they're okay makes it funny. So someone like goes to jump over a fence, they trip and they fall on their face, and then they get up and it's like you laugh at them. They're not dead, they're fine, but God, they look stupid. So that's called the relief theory. So superiority theory, relief theory. Incongruity theory means that something unexpected happens. So someone goes to jump over a fence, they clear the fence, and then they're hit by a bus that came out of nowhere. That's funny because no one expected it. That's another potential. So if we're gonna be building a joke, keep these things in mind. Then there's a very long one, the benign violations theory. It's bad but harmless, to simplify it. So something bad happens, but ultimately, again, it's like no one died. Very similar to that, I guess. So if we're gonna build a perfect joke, those are 3 elements according to this study that could help. Go ahead with your polar bear.
Okay. How do you catch a polar bear? What type of underwear do you wear? How old is your vagina? How do you know you love someone? What is the best way to make someone fall in love with you? Where do you get free money? How do you take your mask off? How do you know if you can trust someone? How do you handle anger? How do you express your feelings? How do you make your partner feel? If you are over a certain age and not married or in a serious relationship, how do you feel about sleeping with people online? If you're already in a relationship or not in a relationship, how do you respond to someone who asks you to do things with other people? Have you ever had done something in bed that the other person told you you wouldn't be able to do? How do you speak about yourself in the third person?
Does this just go on forever?
It just keeps going. Like there's a certain character limit that it can do at a time, but yeah. Anyway, how old is your vagina?
3.
All right.
I started with according to a recent poll, and I've got according to a recent poll, humans are that she's finally starting to make a car in the procedure, and according to a recent poll, humans are the man from the day by Hope. The prostitute told them that's also a planet to have the baby, and then they're gonna go to the internet. Is that the funniest joke you ever heard?
That's pretty good. That's
All right, I'll keep trying.
I'm hung up on the new version of the polar bear joke.
You're hung up on the vagina? Aren't we all?
That went places. I had an emotional reaction to that in a confusing way that I don't understand. I don't know if it was purely comedy, but like, it was something. That AI is deep, man.
This AI, like, it's not just like constructing things. The sentences, like, they don't always make sense, but they are complex and natural sounding. Not like that other one.
Start it with the prompt. This is the funniest joke in the world.
Okay. I love it. All right. Let's see what it does. This is the funniest joke in the world, but I am too old and should have figured this one out years ago. If you have a dollar bill but no button to push on it, the most reliable way to have it drop to the floor is to push it on the sidewalk and hear it smack against the concrete, and then the doors opening and closing. This is a common joke to two lovers who would like to say this every time they touch each other. It's an old German joke, in fact. If the characters are actually saying this, they are not aware that it's a joke. So this is all a story about a washing machine and a pig. Both stories are very old. Back to the first story. What we have here is a washing machine that has lost its pet pig, and it really wants to find it. You may tell a very funny story here about how it eventually finds its pet pig or something. I don't, and then it's done.
Oh my god.
I don't. You may tell a funny story.
I don't.
I tried a knock joke that went horribly weird.
Yeah.
So I typed in knock and it said, "Knock knock Andy, officially the song The Starbucks." So finally a stripper who was a speech called the Housewives of Charlie Sheen and Their Money.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I just typed in knock knock, but also I put who's there. So it's like knock knock, who's there? Ghosts, I would tell them. There's no one here. Knock knock. Nope, just me. Knock knock. I just wanted to see if you were still out there. As the nights grew colder and the moon was swallowed by clouds, I started sitting out on the swing just inside the back door. I mean, whoa, that is a great knock knock joke.
Oh my god.
Ghosts, I would tell them, there's no one here. Knock knock. Nope, just me. Knock knock. I just wanted to see if you were still out there. That's a really good knock knock joke.
If someone did that, oh my god, that's
I'm gonna post this in the Discord so it's at least like remembered. Like,
yeah, holy fuck. You just walk up to someone like, hey, you want to hear a joke? All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? No one. Knock, knock. Nope. Just me. Knock, knock. Just wanted to make sure you're still out there. Like, I think I would turn and run. Like, holy fuck.
yeah, my god, that's great.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Knock knock. Who's there? Keep out! You are not wanted here. Knock knock. Who's there? Fuck you! Stay out! Let me in! Who's there? Step aside, I'm married. Who's there? Leave me alone, I'm getting horny. Who's there? Don't touch me. If you touch me, I'll have to sue you. Knock, knock. Who's there? Santa Claus. You've been very good this year.
What are you using? Which one are you using to generate these?
It's in for kit.
God.
It's in for kit.
Yeah, can you link that? I need to keep that forever.
Yeah, legitimately, I couldn't come up with that shit.
Oh my fucking god, I can't breathe.
It's so fucking funny.
I think we got our best joke of the year.
Oh fuck! Oh my god, that's so much funnier than the two hunters in the woods by such a wide margin. What the fuck? Oh my god!
So I think the funniest joke is just automation. It's the AI.
That's the thing, like boiling down to all creative like endeavors. There is a kind of a tragic thing where at some point computers will be better than at least the majority of people at coming up with content in general. It might be farther down the road for certain things, but like we first did this in 2019 and it was really kind of all over the place, hit or miss. This version is on it. This version
Can you link the site?
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, I should have done that before. Yeah, this version is really tuned in. Like, look at the variation. They have all caps these things. There's patterns to it. There's continuation of information. I mean, it gets to getting horny and then there's Santa Claus. That's weird, but you could kind of see it could be related to the same weirdo who's constantly outside the door. I don't know. It's very strange.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he thought it was the best idea ever and he needed to spread the word that chicken crossing is the best idea ever. And why did the chicken cross the road? To get chicken burgers. You can Oh god, how do you get more text? Just generate more?
Oh, you got it on the left
Hit
side.
tab
There's you can extend
more,
yeah, you could hit tab too, but you can extend the beginning.
And why the chicken crossroad? To get chicken burgers, you can find one at McDonald's, or if you want something more nutritious, this nugget from Trader Joe's to be delicious. Let the chicken finger spin begin.
It fucking rhymes and shit. What is this?
It's linking a Twitter picture from Wendy's?
It's linking a Twitter picture from.
What, it
What the
linked to
fuck?
Twitter?
Save
What?
That.
Yeah,
Save
hold on.
that.
Look,
Save
it's still
that.
It says read more. Boner candidate number 3. The late wave of Jesus must have been a bit tense. What the fuck?
What?
Just 1 year before being killed by police, a Missouri man said he was forced to pray while a neighbor in the unit below yelled, "Jesus is coming!" Justin Marshall had his cell phone camera rolling when he said his upstairs neighbor encouraged him to buy the chicken. What? Wait, I'm just gonna stop right here. Hang on. We're gonna.
Yeah, no, it reaches a point where it starts to lose the threads, but
They just keep yelling about Jesus at this point.
it has a link to a Wendy's tweet in it. Let the chicken finger spin begin. It's a link to a tweet. Oh my god, computers are gonna take over.
They really are. Wow, they really are.
What the fuck is happening?
What's another like classic joke prompt? You know, there's chicken cross the road and there's knock knock. What's another like classic one besides into a bar because it didn't seem to work too well? There's got to be more.
Let me just do a quick Google. Classic joke setups. What do you get when
Yeah.
is kind of a classic setup. I don't know how to phrase that for this guy.
Maybe I'll just leave it. What do you get one and see what it does?
How many people does it take to change a light bulb? Another one.
What do you get when you combine the strawberry wine slushy of my youth with the strawberry wine slushy of my youth? All noggin on cable, guitars and whiskey, a song by the Handsome Family, in case you were wondering. The Man from St. Petersburg. I'm not even sure how to describe this one. I know I've seen it before, but I can't remember if I actually liked it or hated it. It's hard to tell from a 5-second YouTube clip, although I don't like Markiplier is by far one of the greatest YouTubers out there, and one of the first YouTubers I actually got into watching. There's so much to like about Mark, both in what he puts out and how he talks to his audience. You can read my own thoughts out here. Plus, he was one of the first YouTubers to do the House of Mark giveaway thing.
What the fuck?
Which has become a pretty big deal in recent months. 2 years ago, it was basically unheard of. But at some point this summer, Vlogbrothers-Edu was founded, and now people are getting lucky with all sorts of great stuff.
What? Does it remember your interactions with it? How did it get to
I
you?
have never interacted with this. I haven't been talking to this thing, telling it how great I am.
Just got to Markiplier? What is this?
I just said Markiplier is.
I thought that was the same prompt.
I typed how many peens does it take to change a light bulb? To change the light bulb, it takes 1 peen. No more Mr. Nice Guy. An observation, it's a good thing I've got my children to keep me in line. Otherwise, I might just be a mean, nasty, crazy lady.
All right, I made my own, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I gotta say, Mark, I miss when you used to do the Mark's House giveaways.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I just couldn't keep up with it.
Those were probably some of the best things you ever did.
Thanks.
But I went with the prompt: a pastor dies and goes to heaven, and then he has to pay a fine for the life he lived. I thought this is ridiculous. I thought if I lived the way I was supposed to, if I give my all, that I would make it into heaven. But what about all the others out there? What about my children? The ones I don't even know. If they all did the things I did, do they have the possibility of making it into heaven? As I sat and watched it, I found myself not seeing the facts behind the whole debate, but my whole heart feeling sorry for those two. Their testimonies filled my mind with such hope to know that they just may get to go to heaven. To see them arguing with each other about what they did and how much they prayed over the years, I thought if only we could all live like that, no matter who we are or what we did, we'd have so many more people making it into heaven.
Holy shit.
Comedy. This AI is concerning.
It's scary. Oh God. I said, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
If a man lies on the ground, does he sink into the earth? Mama is the shape of a peach. Mama was made out of fondant and was covered in peach frosting. Mama's favorite song is Mama by the B-52s. My favorite food is fried chicken, cut up with, it's in parentheses, cut up with cheese bread and coleslaw. I like chocolate, strawberry ice cream, and root beer. I like to eat raw sugar and cookies. I like washing my feet. When I was 2 or 3, I loved to hide under the kitchen table. Mama was a pink ballerina and had black, and it's done.
Okay.
Black hair and wings and a skirt.
That's
What?
okay. I'm gonna.
Okay. So I have a question. These have been very funny. The knock knock joke you made is gonna kill me for the rest of my life. Because holy fuck.
Yeah, why was yours funny?
But-
do you know what the knock knock joke is I just got?
What?
Knock knock. Who's there? Santa Claus. Santa Claus who? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, I said loudly with a big smile and turned my head to the baby. Her eyes were filled with tears and she was all smiles. Her excitement was contagious. We decided not to have Christmas till she was a year old. Then one Christmas we found ourselves at the children's hospital. She was admitted to the hospital for respiratory distress and double ear infection. Spent the first 2 nights crying and staring at me as if she was waiting for me to walk into the room. I'd fallen in love with her, but it was a love that didn't fully develop till she was placed in my arms. That day she was a stranger in waiting, not a mommy. That day she cried for me and begged for me not to leave her. It was the first and last time I spent Christmas in a children's hospital.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Knock knock.
You're so dark, Wade.
I
God
don't. I
damn.
just typed knock knock. Who's there?
What did you do?
I don't know why I got that.
All right, listen.
I'm just sad now.
This raises an important question to me, right? These are funny. I feel like there's something we're doing that's making them funnier than they have a right to be. And it's ascribing intention, because I feel like it's things that happen accidentally can be funny. Like when you talked about the different like ways that things are funny, Wade. The accidents are funny, especially if everyone's okay. Just like, whoops, oh, that's funny. He fell down, whatever. These are funny. I feel like anyway, to me, I'm thinking about the joke, right? As it's happening. And I'm like, wow, how did you think of that? That's so fucking funny. That's really creative. It's not creative. It's not intentional. The computer is literally like, well, the AI, whatever. It's literally like this word and this word and then like these things seem related, and like they are enough that it's something in our brains is like, wow, that kind of makes sense. Well, it's not on purpose, and it's definitely not trying to be funny. Clearly, this text generator thing is trying to be dramatic. I don't know if it's meant to be dramatic, but like, it's dramatic.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not that I didn't enjoy those jokes, and I still think the knock knock joke, like I want to memorize that so that I can tell it because it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But is that different? Is it more impressive if a person was like, hey, I wrote this joke and I want to perform it for you? Is it funnier because someone wrote it with the intent of like, this is going to be funny, I'm thinking this through, this is comedy? Or does that not matter? Because I feel like that cheapens it somehow.
It's kind of one of those things where if people did the same thing, where they just go on a string of nonsense, it can be very funny and completely random. There's a TikTok, which I think is actually originally a YouTube video or something, but let me find this and play this because it kind of is an example of what this AI is doing.
You, me, gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course. Uh-oh, there was a roofie inside of our gas station sushi. We black out and wake up in a sewer. We're surrounded by fish. Horny fish. You know what that means? Fish orgy. The stench draws in a bear. What do? We're gonna fight it. Bear fight, bare-handed, bare naked? Oh, yes, please. We befriend the bear after we beat it in a brawl. Then we ride it into a Chuck E. Cheese. Dance, dance, revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the government? I think so. Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated as Jesus Christ. Then I turn into a jet, fly into the sun, black out again, wake up, do a bump, white out, which I didn't know you could do. Then I smoked a joint, greened out, then I turned into the sun. Uh-oh, looks like the meth is kicking in.
So like that is exactly the same as what this thing can do and has done, like, and that's funny to me, like, and also like you don't get from the audio alone, this guy is like nose to nose to someone else, I think, trying to make them laugh, and it's like that can be funny, but also it's kind of like that certain funny where you know it's complete nonsense and you're just waiting to hear the next thing of nonsense, because that can be entertaining, and that is entertaining, and it's just like I don't know if it's any different really.
I guess not. But computers can't be funny. The computer can't have written the funniest joke in the world, which, by the way, that's the funniest thing we've come up with so far. So officially right now, the knock knock joke, who's there, keep out, so on. That's the funniest joke in the world. Just throwing that
Yeah,
out
I
there.
think it might be.
It's written by a computer. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you right.
Yeah, I think the randomness, the unexpected definitely usually gets me. I usually do fall for the unexpected. Or like, I don't know, I do enjoy some dark humor. Like, I laugh at horrible things sometimes, but you know, I think we all probably do.
Yeah. I've often said that fear and comedy are kind of two sides of the same coin. It's like when you are afraid of something, let's say there's something scary happening, you have this like apprehensive sense that something is going to happen, and there's like a payoff when it doesn't. It's like relief. And so comedy is kind of the same thing. You have like a sense that something's going to happen, and there is comedy and the relief in it not going the way you expected. Like the unexpected can be entertaining, and in the same way, both need like ebb and flow of tension. If you just like inundate yourself with nonstop nonsense, if we looked at this AI generator for like an hour or more, it would get boring no matter what it did, because we kind of tapped out on all the nonsense that it could get. So like any kind of craving for that specific type of comedy would wear down. I think it's like this can do jokes and make funny stuff because it's nonsense, but that doesn't inherently mean that it's funnier, because well, I don't know. Maybe I could keep doing knock knock jokes forever, but I ran out of free characters and I have to sign up for an account and pay $20 a month to get more.
I don't know. Wade just posted another knock knock joke that's not bad. I don't know if it reaches the levels. Do you want to read it or do you want to?
No, go ahead.
Wade generated this. Knock knock. Who's there? Do you know where my body is? Where's my body? Are you going to touch it? Where's my body? What? Oh, it's your cousin. Okay, you know, you gotta learn to live your life without your body. Why don't you sleep in your mom's bed tonight? Do you think she'd mind? We don't have sheets. Dirt always stays on the sheets. Now, where was I? I'll bet you don't have a dad either. I'm sure your mom is having a rough time. Maybe she needs someone to talk to. Yeah, maybe she does. Knock knock? Who's there? There. The dryer man. What he brings are parts that make it go do, 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 do. No, you aren't getting it. You're getting do, 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 do. That's the cat making funny sounds. Leave. Fucking God.
Yeah, you know, I feel like people get that. If you guys listening at home want to go find this, it's called Inferkit, INFERKIT. We are not sponsored. You get 10,000 free characters. If you want to sign up and pay money, that's your own volition, but that's the website.
Well, I didn't say this, but points to Wade for the scientific research, talking about why things are funny, what makes things funny. Points to Mark for the quality knock-knock jokes, but points to Wade for the follow-up, no body, no dad, dryer man knock-knock joke. This is a tough one. This is a squeaker. You guys have any final submissions or anything? I don't know.
I ran out of weekly characters, so I can't make any more jokes.
Find anything else, Wade? You got any more research?
You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to fate. I'm gonna type in who wins, Mark or Wade.
Oh shit.
Who wins, Mark or Wade? Wade, we are picking the series up exactly where it left off last year. Wade and the Heat have arrived. We'll take down the Bulls in the first round. All right, Dwayne Wade is the winner in a plot twist. The basketball player. So Dwayne Wade, if you'd like to host next week, let us know.
The winner of today's episode, Dwayne Wade.
Wow.
Professional basketball player, Dwayne Wade. Wow.
All right, well, that one kind of hurts, not gonna lie.
Out of curiosity, I went back to the other AI joke generator and I typed in knock knock who's there, and knock knock who's there. While in the most employees at the record after the most popular penis, and the speech was 4 years. The study was conducted at the GOP debate.
What?
The Pope found a new sex toy, call that the new state of the baby, or even being called Dancing with the Stars. When asked why, that's it.
Okay. I shouldn't even be laughing at that.
That's really bad.
There's definitely a formula to the one that was trained on Conan O'Brien. He talks a lot about studies, interviews, new research.
Politics.
Mitt Romney, apparently.
Yeah, Obama.
Talked a lot about Mitt Romney. All right. Well, we've done it. We have found the funniest joke in the world. Updated research. No offense to Laugh Lab and Mr. Dr. Wiseman. I actually don't know if it said he's a doctor or not, but if he's doing research, he may be. Professor, I assume. No offense to you, but Mark's knock-knock joke wins. He wins.
Oh, I win? Oh!
No, whoa. For the world's funniest joke.
Oh.
I'm going to tabulate the points.
Confused.
Yeah, no, that was poorly presented.
Okay, I get.
What a setup.
But now I have to calculate the points.
While you're calculating, I'm going to read this. Who wins? Lord Minion 777 or Markiplier? What happened to your stories? Always Team Markiplier and Lord Minion 777. Winner, chilling and giving away to another musical fan on us. The second winner will receive a Lotro Vulcan set of pens. You have 1 week to enter. Credits created.
Okay.
Doesn't that make it clear?
No. I've
That
calculated.
makes it clear in my eyes.
I've tabulated. I've calculated. I've done all the things to the points.
All right, I'll take my trophy.
Wade, you made a good showing, and you had a strong comeback with the Dryer Man joke.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you.
Good one.
I did, didn't I?
But on
What?
sum total of everything,
No.
Mark just
No.
edged it over the line with the Santa Claus knock knock joke because it was so fucking fun. It doesn't seem fair to give Mark credit for that, but he does get credit for that, and Mark wins.
Yay! Thank you so much. I love taking credit for the computers that do all the work for me.
He just hosted though. It was supposed to be my turn. Remember, we this is a stage show. This is fake.
We don't take
It's
turns.
my turn.
It is weird when one of us goes for an extended period without hosting an episode, isn't it? Almost like I didn't get to host an episode for multiple weeks there, like almost a whole month or something. I don't know. It's crazy. Doesn't feel great, does it?
And admittedly, Wade, you do try to lose a lot.
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted, Wade. I thought
Well,
I was
that's only
satisfying.
whenever you guys want me to win, but I wanted to win now.
All right. Well, it's too bad. All right. Well, thank you so much, Bob. Do I get a winner speech? It's up to you.
Yeah, no. What do you have to say, buddy?
Wade, I'm out of characters. Can you have it generate a winner speech for me and put it in Discord?
Sure, here's my loser speech. Feels bad, and I'm here, and I know I'll have to go back sometime, and you know what? I'm scared to. My job is boring. They're looking for someone who's more active, I've heard. The unemployment rate's at 17%. What do you want your winner speech to start with, Mark?
I won exclamation. I won exclamation. I can't believe I won exclamation. I think if you give it more like energy, might do
I
more.
won. I can't believe I won.
So this is what the AI generated. I won. I can't believe I won. The win is mine. She looked over to me. All right, Ace, let's go. And my heart dropped again. Won what? You wanted to win, right? So did I. I need you to tell me what this prize is so I can go home now. All right, thanks.
Listeners, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Hit the little plus sign or whatever. Get it, auto-download it, play it on all your smart speakers, and every Monday is a new episode. You can find Wade at Lord Minion 777 or some variation of that on all of his platforms. Mark is Markiplier on, stuff. Find me, I'm Ice Cream. This is the most important thing. You should listen to this. This is pretty good. I like this podcast. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I think you are.
It's a little self-aggrandizing. I had a good time today. I had a fun day. This is great.
I generated a podcast out for you if you want to read it, Bob, with me.
Oh yeah, paste it. So in keeping with the theme of today's episode, we have had an AI generate the end. So thanks so much for listening. And podcast out at 5:35 a.m. on Sunday. Dog news. Male grooming needs to be addressed, and they tackle the health problem that affect men too. They are expertly hosted by their most knowledgeable presenter, Phil.